want a button-down shirt, like her shirt there. I usually do long sleeve, not really short sleeve, but you can do short sleeve. I wouldn't do off the shoulder, any like open back or anything like that. And tuck it in. Don't chew gum. That's a big no-no. Or I would put your hair up. I wouldn't leave it down so you're not messing with your hair. That's something else my mom always told me. But yeah, when you're working with your animal, you want to be like really, really, really slow in everything you do. So, and when you hold your animal, you can do it this way, but you want to make sure too you have a good handle on them, which you guys do. And what I always do is I step them into it. So, do you want me to show you? So when you pull him around, you always want to scratch his brisket. And so you'll pull him up and try to step that back foot like that, and then bring this foot up. Okay.
That's like what you told me to do with back here. Yeah, but I didn't know you have to give me Sorry.
Like, see how that back foot is, and then he'll bring that up. And okay, well, preferably you want them like these two front feet close together, and then that back foot. You want to try to, when she goes up, and I just step slightly so she can see the animal at all times. And another thing is you want to make sure your stick's really, really slow. So like, you'll say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, really, really, really slow. So Allie does on this side. No, you're fine. So if she does that on this side, yep, and she touches your animal, and then she walks away, and as soon as she looks at another animal, that's when you want to take your comb in your pocket, and you just comb. I don't know if you'll let me, but you can work with your animal. Yeah, he's good. And you can do it like 3 times. So you fix the cow's hair, and then you put it right back in, and you're back to scratching the front of the animal. And you want to keep your eyes on the judge at all times. And then, so you'll first set them up head square, right? And then you'll take them around and do head to tail. And when you do that, you'll be right behind or in front of the calf. And when you're working with them, you use the whole ring. So if you ever like move them out, you come all the way over and then in. Because that's, the judge wants to know that you're going to use the whole ring and you're not going to try to like cheat or anything. So when you step him into it, you scratch his front here. He's like, and that's pretty good. Some can get, let's see. You want to kind of put your foot here to guide it. So he sets it straight down. You want the 2 feet pretty close together. And then the back foot like that. And it depends on your animal too. Like we loin our beef cows, but I don't think you really do that.
Liz, do you want like that back foot to be like stretched out?
No.
I mean, I'm just.
She didn't get to that part yet.
Yeah, no, you that's probably not a great setup.
The front's great, but the back's
Right.
not there.
And depending on your animal too, like some look better stretched and some look better, longer, depending on what you're going for. But yeah, you can even try to fix that by going on like the inside of their foot and pulling up with your halter so they do that. So he knew that I didn't want him to put it all the way back, but I just wanted to give him a little tick back. But yeah, and the one on the opposite side should always be back, and that's sometimes I know the trend was to do square when you're set up, lined up, and then do the back foot kicked back when you're head to tail. But that's switched now, and you always want to have their back foot like
we're gonna find the high spot and we're gonna clip that down is what we're gonna do and blend it in here so that when he has his head up, he has that appearance. And then you're gonna bring this clipper down over to blend is what we're gonna do. We don't clip up on these steers. Everything goes down. And then do the same thing on both sides. And the shorter you want the hair, the more taper you put on the clipper. If you do this a couple of days ahead of time, all your clipper marks will grow out. All these long hairs on the side of his neck, you take those off. And then these hairs back here, we're just going to take the tops of those off. And give him the appearance of flat.
How far ahead can we clip?
You can clip 3, 4, 5 days if you like. I think if you clip a week, they probably grow out a little too much. But the only biggest area they're going to grow out is on their face. But a steer like this just doesn't have a lot of hair, so we just trim it so he looks flat and wide. And then blend down on the sides. Here on the front here, we'll trim some of this and give him more the appearance of flatter and wider. But we'll just trim some of that long hair off the front of his chest. And have that as short as possible on his face. On the top of the pole, you're going to blend it off to the back side. You're going to do the face here. Down around their eyes. And remember, we don't clip their insides of their ears. You can blend over here to the side of their ear. Fitting is kind of a part of the showmanship, so there's not a separate category for that. And the bottom of the tail, you can tease that out, and I'm just going to trim this